All right, welcome to session number 3 with Marina and Bala.
Hello, welcome. So I'm joining from Oroville, Pondicherry, India, and she's from Poland. She's staying in Poland at the moment.
Right now. Yeah. And so last time we started off just by giving a little bit of intro of ourselves. Next session, we're talking about like the context of the Gita, how where does it come from, just to set the stage a little bit. If you have any questions on that, please let us know. And now we're just going to chat a little bit about the first chapter of the Gita. So I'm just going to do a super high-level synopsis of what happens, and then we're going to spring off of it a little bit and chat about how it relates to what we're going on right now. As you'll notice, there's an interjection that happens for Arjuna. So we've got Arjuna. He is this warrior who's coming to the start of this battle, and Krishna is his chariot driver. And so before they start the battle, it's literally just about to start. So you can imagine that you're going to a battlefield, you're just about to start engaging in the war, but before he's saying, you know what, I want to see who's on the other side. And so he comes up to the chariot driver, Krishna. He comes up and he notices that on the other side, there are his cousins, teachers, friends, all kinds of other people that he has relations with. And this came totally unexpected to him because he's been so wrapped up in like the success, the money that's going to come from this battle. And as a result, it completely catches him off guard. He starts to feel it physically. He starts to go into that space of the mind where when we don't expect something, we start questioning what we're doing. And in this way, he actually starts kind of gathering pity for himself of why he cannot start this battle. But as you can imagine, as hard as this decision might be, that okay, your friends are on the other side, this battle is going to happen. It's like it's hot right there. So that's a bit of a synopsis. And then during this first chapter, he goes down the thoughts, and Krishna is literally just not responding to him, and he just keeps going down, trying to get response from him, but there's nothing.
Yeah. I think you beautifully put the beginning of the Gita, because it is this important junction, like the junction of doing the right or doing the wrong. So when we are in a junction like this, we somehow take a back seat, and then all the moralities that all the difficulties the other people puts, for example, suddenly it vanishes, and you take a moral and saying, oh, they are my cousins, they are my family, or they are my friends, they are my government. So you take a moral right down. So I will not do any harm to them. So suddenly you wanted to kind of we were discussing before. No, we create this physical, psychological tensions in us. So I think this is a junction that we are almost going through every day, to do between right and correct and wrong. So instead of doing the correct version, we are taking, hey, it is only my brother or my sister or my partner, so or my friends or family. So I will allow for this. I will make them win one more time, or I will not go against them this one more time. Every time we face a situation like Arjuna is facing between the rights, because he has the right for the rule, and the war has been declared. The people have already assembled in the battleground. Suddenly he takes a backseat, saying, hey, now I don't want anything, because now I just looking at the family. So I think this is also very, very relevant to our present everyday situation. You understand what we were discussing? Yeah.
Well, I love what you were saying about actually how even that family and like friends comes into it, because how often do we basically we hold a standard for ourselves, like we're doing the right thing, and then all of a sudden when it becomes really personal, then our morality, which we've created, shifts completely. Like why wouldn't we have the same actually in both? That's another question.
So this is the question that we have. This is an everyday perspective. So if you, for example, as people, for example, and he's asking for a validation. So in this junction, suddenly he looks at Krishna. He says, you see, I'm going to sacrifice my morality. I'm going to sacrifice my thing. You see, I would assume if Krishna was not next to him, I think he would have fought but just we wanted to say that, hey, you see, I'm the one, I am, the ego part of it. I'm sacrificing for my cousins, I'm sacrificing for my family. You are there. With God as God next to me. I'm still sacrificing. This is where we are taking a false credit. By just pretending. Sometimes we really wanted to give up, but sometimes we are just pretending to give up. No, it's like no, I want to do this, but I don't want to do this. I want to do this, but I don't want to do this. So I think this dilemma is I think it's every person's maybe not every day, but most of the time decisions, important decisions. I think we have this dilemma. Should I continue with my morality that I created and which defines my nature, or I'm just going to let it go because it's my friend or it's my my relative, or it could be anything. So I think if we can meditate on this thought, for example, where this confusion we can relate to this confusion actually that we are having. Yeah, this is how it's a very important juncture, in the Mahabharata, because I think last time I was discussing. So the Mahabharata is about two warring cousins. So you always know that it is going to be his cousins, it's going to be his relatives. But suddenly, when you are looking at it, suddenly it's like, yeah, I'm going to give up. I'm going to be the sacrificing person or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think you're right. Like that would be an interesting contemplation to leave people with, and I'll kind of wrap that up in a question, contemplation. So contemplation for you, and something that we'd be curious to hear, is take one aspect of your life that you're going through right now and look at all the things that are playing into it. So maybe quiet your mind and just be that objective observer. How am I influenced by who's listening right now? How am I influenced by my own morality? How am I influenced by all these different things? And even start writing it down, because then you're going to start to be that observer as opposed to that victim experiencing it. So
super. Yeah, I think that is a very well question for our viewers. So let's wait for our response, and then we can continue talk about this in the next video. What do you think?
Awesome. Sounds good.
Super. Thanks for joining us. We don't want to we were discussing, we don't want to keep the video longer. We want short, sharp, and to the point. Please contemplate, please respond to our comments and send us information messages so that we can reply to you and talk about this. Thank you from India or Vala.
Thank you.
Super.